Mm. Hello, everyone. Mm. Welcome and happy Sunday. Mm. Well, did I eat today? Did I eat today? I don't think I ate today. Anyway, that's not important. Mm. I'm having my egg with spinach and peppers and goodness. That's what I'm having today. And it's not quite lunchtime, but I have been up so long, it feels like dinner time. Mm, 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 mm. I am excited for today's video, not because of anything special, but because of what I just saw on a video that was posted today. So her video was about her plans for Christmas. So there are people that won't even think about Christmas right now. So I am so happy because guess what? In about 3 minutes, please just give me 3 minutes. And then if you feel like leaving, goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, today is not your video. Anyway, I don't think I ate today. I really don't think I ate today. And I mean, maybe I should pause the video and finish eating my food. Mm, 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 mm. I kid you not. Leftovers have some type of gold in it. I kid you not. The flavors just mm, mm. But it is really nice to put something on the stove and then you can just make some meals and eat for a couple of days. I really don't feel like doing anything today. I am just beat, boys and girls. It's like somebody took a bag of rocks and just beat that crap out of me. But I spent a few hours today doing my grocery list. I kid you not. I am not one to stick to a grocery list, but it is definitely helping me. Another thing that's helping me is staying consistent with the flavors that I like to eat. So I'm looking forward to what I'm going to be putting on the table because I'm going to be combining almost anything that I put in my cart to make a blessed meal on my stove. I'm so thankful for provision. That's all I can be thankful for right now. But I don't make promises because promises are sometimes broken and all that other stuff. But I have been working on something and I didn't want to say what it is because nobody is going to be able to say, okay, that makes sense. I am me and that's it. Anyway, I purchased last month my first Amazon gift card. This is a $20 gift card. $20 gift card. And this is my only item that I have today towards my Christmas for 2026. So I have this little bin right here. And I don't know how many envelopes I have. I never even thought to count them. I just had a few people on my mind that I might send a little envelope in the mail. So I put the envelopes together with little stickers and that's it. So how many's in here? I don't know. But we'll find out right now together. So there's one, there's two, there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, and that's five. Now, I honestly don't believe I have five names, but I did have five envelopes. I do have an abundance of stickers and an abundance of envelopes because I don't know what the rest of the year is going to be like. But I do have a plan of sending a kindness envelope to my family, and my family is right here on this channel. That's it. So please do not look to join my family for an Amazon gift card because if a storm hit me and I have to use this card, you best believe I'm going to use it. Why? Because I have it. That's it. Provision is all I'm focusing on. So let's clean off this glass. I keep cleaning off these glasses. Ooh, the boys and girls. Okay. So now I am going to put my single Amazon card inside of this box. Now, the only thing I'm going to say in kindness, just because you don't know if you are one of the people that's going to go in here. If you don't shop Amazon, make sure you comment below. You don't shop Amazon. Whatever your reason for not shopping Amazon, I don't need to know because I don't have Prime anymore for my own reasons. And basically, one of my YouTube subscribers dropped Prime, and because of her reason, I dropped Prime too. So I'm not normally a follower, but I will follow in her direction because I know when it hits the fan, she has my back and I have hers. So I don't have Prime for whatever reason, but that's my reason, and you don't need to know my reason because it is what it is. We all have to remember one thing: we have to take care of ourselves, and if we keep following everybody else when everybody else fall, and they don't take you in and they don't take me in, then what did we do? We didn't do right. So we have to take care of ourselves. So that said, let me turn on this air. Good Lord, have mercy, boys and girls. Woo! What is your girl doing? Come on now. Yes, right. Dang, boys. Girls, woo. I kid you not. For me to have air built into my rent, you would think I'd be in here just parlaying. I be forgetting sometimes, and I'm sitting here like, okay, am I getting roasty? And I just had me a wonderful shower, so why am I sitting here trying to blow up the sweat bubbles? Anyway, it is what it is. So I'm going to read a sticker that I put on here. It says, "Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there." And this is King's envelope right here. I cannot tell you this is King's envelope. So I'm putting the $20 gift card in King's envelope. So Lord help me, let nothing come up. Well, I can promise you a few things came up, and I found a way. So I didn't use this yet. I'm trying not to take it out the plastic because I don't want to confuse it. So I'm gonna have to take it out the plastic only because it will not go inside it. So that's my and I did check, this is not going to expire between now and whatever. So King's first envelope is the $20 gift card. So this is my first card. And I am only shipping what I can slip into my mailbox, and my mailbox is like this. So that's it. So I have done my first envelope. This is the only gift card that I have so far of 2026. Now I'm working really hard to do all of what I have to do to take care of myself, and where I can spend and spread, I am going to spend and spread to look out. You want to know why? And I don't want anyone to take offense to anything that I say, but if you do, it is your business. How you take things, that is your business. It does not mean it is how I mean it. I know what is going on. I can clearly see what is going on. And I also see that there are some of us that are putting ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into situations because some of us have no other choice. Now today I made a $249 purchase using Affirm. And I kid you not, the interest on that was $6.43. I can promise you I have no problem paying that $249 and $6 interest. Why? Because what I am going to get is going to provide for me. That's it. It is not a pocketbook, a pair of shoes, a shirt, a sneaker, none of that. It is for provision, and that is it. I almost didn't get it because I could have got one for like $115, $140, or whatever the case may be. But I know me, and I know how my mind works. And one thing about me, I am not going to play in a sandbox. I am not going to wait until boom, everything crashed down and then call somebody and say, ah! No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to silently pay the piper now to provide. That's it. I don't care what the rest of the bells and whistles are. So I sat down today. I did my shopping. I've been doing my shopping list all this week, watching other people, what they shopping for, what they putting on the stove, whatever the case may be. I don't eat a lot of the stuff a lot of people eat, but I kid you not. One thing that I am very thankful for is just buying supplies and making meals with what I have, and that's it. Coral is my grinder for right now. She has jumped on the bandwagon. She is tooting Shay's horn, honey. We are going to do this together. So this is King's envelope. Now I have to write a envelope, a little sticky, because I said I was gonna do it, but I'm happy because now that I see somebody else working on her Christmas, I said, you know what, I might as well work on mine, and I might as well work on mine on YouTube. So, well, you know what? I'm not going to make a little sticky. I'm going to write on the actual. No, I was gonna put his name here, but then guess what? He may send this gift card to somebody else as their gift from him. So you don't know what happens. And I kid you not, boys and girls, if someone sends you something and you don't want it, send it to someone else. Take it as a blessing. That's why I'm sick and tired of some of the things that people do. So what I'm gonna do is write King here, right there, right there. And I'm gonna rip it in half because I'm trying to save everywhere I can. So I could use that for somebody else. So I'm just gonna stick this in King's envelope. So far, and God provides, honey. I kid you not. I did not even have to blink twice when I asked him for a favor. He said, "Sure, of course, whatever it was," and it was done. So there's no way you just have to understand the assignment. So my first gift card of the year is inside of my Christmas suitcase. Now, April, I don't know where you are. I need a thumbs up. I'm here. I need to say here. I need to know that you're here because I'm not trying to sit down and be worried, okay? I'm not on Facebook like I was. Facebook is not the place for me. So April, I need you to ring the bell to let me know that you are here because the second envelope is for you. Girl, you have been a grinder on this channel. I kid you not. So let's go and now I didn't read any of the other stickers. I only read the first one because that one is for King. So let's go in. April, your envelope says you are my sunshine. So that's going to be your envelope, and I'm going to write your name in your envelope. And this is June. So July, I'm working on I don't know yet, but I'm gonna put something in this envelope to the best of my ability in June. Can you hear that? Ooh. You know when you walk and you go your shoes, it sounds like a mouse, but it's someone walking, not picking up their feet. I mean, those little things drive me freaking crazy. I could have a stroke with what I hear just by that door. Why is it so hard for people to lift? Now, I'm not saying disabled people who have to drag and stuff. I understand that, but oh wow, I almost lost it just now, boys and girls. And I'm not editing my video. I am who I am, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna put April right here on right this here. And I am so happy. So, all right, let's get this in here. That's gonna be April's envelope, and it is going inside here. Now, this envelope here says, "You are capable of amazing things." There is only. This is Coral's envelope. Now, I already can tell you Coral's going to say, "You don't have to." I don't care. I don't hear. Boink. Blind ear. Deaf ear. Okay, this one is Coral's because Coral is a blessing. I kid you not. One of the things that I absolutely love, although I can't retain things due to my learning disability situation, and I'm not going to use that as an excuse, it is just what it is. I can never hold down a job. They would lay me off, fire me. It has already it is the truth. I can't remember. So Coral, no matter what, is always willing to learn. Just learn anything new. She's grasping to try to learn. So this is Coral's envelope. And I know there's only one thing I could think about with Coral, and that has to be you have to say Cooper. Because Coral doesn't want you to do anything for her. I have a friend, if I saw, and the only thing I can get him possibly is a candle or a card. But if I go into a store and buy, he will flip it, and he doesn't like get angry and all other stuff. But if I was to buy him something, now, you know you can't afford. Why are you doing? Why did you buy? Please don't ever buy me any. Oh my goodness, but I already know what I'm going to get him. And his has to be delivered by FedEx. And he's not going to know it came from me because I am not going to tell him. And I have to make sure everything I'm grinding for is paid off because his item is going to cost me over $100 if I can get it. There's only one thing he wants, and it's something for provision. He doesn't want all of the bells and whistles and all that other stuff. He will buy himself a $400 watch, a $300 shirt. So that's where his life is, and he has reached the top. So he's going to continue to love himself. So you will not get that type of gift from me. Now, this one is believe in yourself, and there's only one person that this can go to, and this is to my sister friend because she has done an amazing job of transitioning her life slow and steady. So Shasha is getting this one here, and I already know what's going in this envelope because I mean that girl is a grinder for Amazon. So she's getting a gift card. I'm not even trying to eat a gift card or I already know. So that's it. So she has her little envelope, and I shouldn't be worried about her because she's right here, but she's going in a little envelope because I've been trying to do something. Oh, did I put her name on it? No. That's my sister friend, and I can honestly say she is so much like me that I found the perfect little envelope for her. Now, did I actually use 5? So, and this one is not going in the mail. I may surprise her and drop it in the mail, but she's right here. Now, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. I could have sworn I counted 5, but they're clear. So, is this one? Yeah, there's one right here. Okay, now this one is, oh my goodness, what is going on? Why? No. Oh my goodness, I can't even say. I didn't even look at the stickers. I used intention when I ordered the sticker, so I knew the type of stickers that I wanted. But if I was to show you the sticker, you would say, oh no, but you don't understand. So I have to keep this one a secret. I have to keep this one a secret because this one has. I have to keep this one a secret because things are not going. I'm not sure if we're where we used to be because I'm feeling a certain type of way. So I don't want to say, but the sticker has revealed the person right from the rip. So I'm gonna keep this one with their name in it right here in here, but. I cannot believe the sticker. That's why I believe in faith and all those things because everything is done intentionally for a reason. I just picked up some stickers out of the space where those ones that I purchased the theme for, and it is just amazing that. But you know what? I'm just gonna put her name on it because I feel there's a disconnect somewhere, and I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna be real because I am who I am. So the envelope is going, and that's it. So that's it because you can't go against God when God shows you something. So I will be showing you the envelope after I put Mary in the envelope. Yes, this is Mary's envelope. That's it. So she's definitely yes. Now look at what is on the envelope. Oh my goodness! If you don't know, you don't know. That is Mary's envelope. Wow! I can't believe it. I didn't even know I chose little kitty cats. I just put in some keywords and a bunch of stickers came up, and I just dropped 2 in the suitcase. I mean in the shopping cart. So that's my 5 envelopes for today. So I'm going to be doing another update because there is definitely at least 4, but I only have intentions of using two because I only have two addresses. I'm not playing in sandbox. If you understand what you understand. So my first video of my upcoming Hope and Prayer uh, Christmas envelope is here. So what I have to do now, my printer is messed up, and you're not gonna believe what happened to me, boys and girls. I have struggled for the last like 4 days. Now the printer is not messed up. Something happened with Verizon, and the printer is stuck on Verizon, but I have Optimum. So I actually need a Canon wire for the printer to go to hook up to the computer. And because the printer is across the room, because my room is so small, I couldn't use the wire that I could possibly have in this home. So I reached out to my friend. I don't know if she could do it or not, but I asked her if she could buy me a wire, one of them UP something wires, and from the looks of it, it needs to be a really long wire. But I need to see if I can hook it up that way before I actually put it in the trash. But I reached out to Amazon, the seller, and I told the seller I want the printer. I said, so we just, I want the printer. I said, but I've done everything I can, and it's not hooking up to Optimum. And I said, I don't have the box. I said, I only have 2 more days to try to get this connected before I have to return it back to you. And I said, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to send it back to you because I actually want the printer. I said, I'm reaching out to you for any help you can give me to do what I can do because I have used every method. I even told him a few things I tried with it, with pushing the WPS and the resetting the computer and uninstalling and reinstalling. I've done it all, and I can't continue to unplug and plug and push and start. And I said the amount of paper I'm wasting just for it to send, that first initial sheet to show you that the printer's online or whatever. I lost so much ink and paper just through that. So next thing I know, within like 7 hours, I had a full refund. So that full refund went to a firm. So I went down instantly on a Sunday. So when it came time to me, and I didn't realize it. And then I was watching the video, and then because when I woke up this morning, I said today is my day to give back. So I'm going to watch my YouTube videos from beginning to end, and that's it. Even if I walk out, but you know what I did? I paused the TV before I went to take my shower. So I did that, and I said today is my day to give back. People's videos are going to be run, but one of the things I have been watching are people who deliver for Spark, and those are Walmart things. So I ended up subscribing to someone this morning because he is so funny. He was doing his deliveries, but there was a time that I saw him doing his deliveries, and he never mentioned a tip. So when I saw him delivering and he was using intention to, do a little things, he never had anything to say negative about anyone's property. He never had anything negative to say about anybody's groceries, what they put in the cart. Now I saw him do one shopping, and I said, wow. And I'm looking at the cart like this is straight up a heart attack, but that is still not my business. So I wasn't even, I said, mind your business, and that's it. And then I watched how he was so comical during some of the process, and especially when he got upset. And when he got upset, he was saying things, and it was so funny. So I ended up commenting a few times on his video as I was watching the video, and I absolutely know that's going to help him earn even more in his stats and his algorithm and everything. So I just laid there. I had my phone in my hand, and I had the video on my TV, and I was just watching. Now there's a young girl. She's doing Spark, but I read her comments before I watched her video, and I saw where people commented about her having her children in the car. And I know I'm a feeler, so I won't be watching her. I just moved away from that. I said I'm not going to intentionally watch something that's going to make me cry, especially when I saw the comments. So what I will say is we have to stop, look, and listen, because I'm doing the same thing for myself. There's times that I will record a video, and if I believe I did maybe 1-2 times too much of a overshare, and I'm not saying words, I mean what might have been in my background or the case may be, because people don't need to know everything. When you have had to move once or twice due to some type of unkindness, you become a little bit more observant of how people are in your life. And that's why I always say it doesn't matter if the person is DNA connected to you or not. If they're not for you, just part the sea. I ask God every single day, if the person is not for me, just part the sea. But part the sea in kindness, so that when I wake up, I can wake up in love. And when I go to bed, I can go to bed in love. Now, I may be sad about something or feel a little certain way. There's nothing perfect about anybody's day, but I don't want to be borrowing people's problems, and I don't want to be fixing what I didn't break. So I'm asking every day, I ask God, today you should have seen me in that shower. I was washing up, and let me tell you why I was laughing. I picked up a bottle that had finished the soap. I filled it up in the shower with water, and then I put it down. And then today I picked it up to use it, and I'm like, what? And then I remembered it was ended, so I put it there and I used it. I washed twice and with a full lather of a bottle of water that I would have normally thrown the bottle out. So I'm thankful that I am the type of person that will unscrew the top and just fill up the bottle and just let it sit, because I smelt the bottle, the wash, it was just so good. But I kid you not, I am running out, and I do not want to step into a store to buy body wash while I still have body wash. But if I use it, then there is no reason why I should not feel like I could get me another one. Now, today I wanted to go to the Dollar Tree. Why? Because the dish drain on my counter, the holes to where the feet connected to the tray popped. So when I went to pick up the dish drain today to wash the dish drain, I noticed underneath was wet. I don't want to cause any damage in this home in any way, shape, or form. So I need a pan, any type of pan that I can put under it to allow me to what? Keep my dish drain. There is nothing wrong with the dish drain. The tray is broke. So I actually took the dish drain, down and put it over here where there's boxes of trash that's going out. But then I said, why would I do that? Why would I replace it if the dish drain is still perfectly fine? So then I went and realized that I did order a baking sheet, but when is the baking sheet coming? I don't know. So I checked the shipping, and it should be here this month. But that dish drain is leaking today. So I said I may run to the Dollar Tree and pick up one of them foil pans just to put underneath my dish drain, so I can keep it. I don't want to buy, and I do want another buy a dish drain. I'm not gonna lie. I want a dish drain that is taller and it has all those little bells and whistles, but I don't need it. So I don't want to change that one. Plus, I like the color. I like the color. Although there's no red going on in my kitchen. My kitchen is really blue. But I do like the burst of, like, sometimes orange make you feel a certain type of way. Sometimes yellow can make you feel a certain type of way. Even blue. But red makes me feel a certain type of way when I initially set eyes on it. So there goes that. I'm really happy about my Christmas venture. Huh. Mm, mm, mm. And you know what's good about mm, 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 mm. the peppers? Oh my goodness, they are singing a song. Ooh, they're wrapping me around with a big old hug. Oh, mm, mm, mm. I need somebody to tell me, and preferably as soon as possible, how do you store your peppers? Because I noticed that my peppers get like a little wilty, like they're getting like a little, I use my peppers. I kid you not. Unless it looks like it's unedible, I'm using my pepper. There goes that. So, okay. I'm just monitoring my time. Today's video is going to be no more than 35 minutes, and that's going to be it. I really don't know what is going on with my algorithm, my none of that stuff. But thank God I don't rely on YouTube to pay my bills, because I would be right there and on the side of the curb with a pillow in the mattress. You know that's not funny, right? I'm just laughing at how I said it. That is not funny. I'm laughing at how I said it. That's it. I am not laughing at what I said because it is not funny. I slept in my car before. It was a million and it was 1,020,000 million degrees in that damn car. And honey, I ask God every day, just kill me, just kill me, just kill me. You cannot imagine the amount of nights I went to bed and asked God to take me home. I said, I want to see you tomorrow. I begged her, so I'm still here for a reason, honey, and it's definitely not a season. No, it's not. Mm, mm. I'm having one of my electrolytes with my fruit punch water. Very good. Mm. I'm trying to drink as much water as I can. I just took my bladder pill, honey, because before I walk out that door, I need to be secure. But I landed on a video and people were using the elliptical. There is a person that sits on that elliptical for 1 hour on hill and loses 600 calories and has been doing that. I wish like my legs could stand the test of time for something like that. I do the treadmill, the elliptical on hill, but I have not been able to even get to 20 minutes. There is no way. This fibromyalgia be singing a song saying, get your ass off of this machine. But I'm so thankful that I keep trying. I have noticed one thing that I do not want to give up, and it is what I'm feeling with my upper body. That's it. Now, my arm, you notice, stays down a lot because my shoulder is really in pain, but I have gone to the doctor already. I've been in the machine and everything. There is nothing that they can possibly do, but I do know that what happened to me happened through trauma. So I'm not asking, like, I'm not looking for a band-aid, someone to feel sorry for me, none of that stuff. But I want to go downstairs on the machine, and I would just love to maximize just 20 minutes, but I can't do it. I can't do it. But I am going to do maybe 10 minutes if I can do 10 minutes, and then I'm going to jump on the treadmill. I notice on the elliptical, there are times that I possibly lose like 60 calories, and on the treadmill, I might lose 31 calories. But someone commented on a video one time with the calories and stuff and said, as long as you are making an effort, that is what matters. And I kid you not, the way I eat now, as much to the best of my ability, the way I eat, I'm not generating my mind on calories. When I am on that machine, I am focused on trying to maximize the longest I can, knowing that I have to push through the pain. But there are times that I am down there and I come upstairs and I can't even remember the rest of the day. That's how many hours that my body just bonks out. And then there's times I can't even walk when I get off the machine. But there is nothing in this world happier for me than to see some positive changes with my body and my health, because I realized I was chasing for a long time the wrong thing. What I have to chase now, and I'm going to use chase very intentionally, is a better health. That is it. That is the richest gift I could give myself, is better health, because while I have better health, I have a chance at accomplishing something else that I may want to accomplish. So right now, it is what it is. One of the reasons I cry a lot is because I cannot actually hold a job. If I had a job and the employer knew how many times I would have to go to the bathroom, they would do to me like Lily and Vernon did to me. And I kid you not, I used to like working for Lily and Vernon. But when that woman called me in that office and made me feel as if I was in that bathroom playing, when I was in that bathroom releasing my bladder, I felt very violated. And by the time I finished with that phone, that conversation, I ended up quitting my job. But I should have quit my job with a loud performance, but that's not what I did. I just said I quit and I left. At that time, I didn't realize that I had a problem. I just knew I just had to go to the bathroom. So I was going to the bathroom, going to the bathroom, going to the bathroom. And she had the nerve to call me in her office. But In this day and age, if I had an employer that would call me in the office and tell me that I was going to the bathroom too much, I would find a way to record that conversation, even if the recorder was in my purse, and I would blast that ass on YouTube, and then I would get my lawyer, because you know what, we can't help what we were born to deal with, but what we do have access to is compassion when someone has a situation like that. And one of the things, and I kid you not, I am as real as you're going to find me. I pray all the time. If a savage is around me behaving that way to something that I cannot control, please let me be alive to witness when God brings down karma and slaps that ass. Kapow! I want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I want to see it. You want to know why? Because kindness is free. Kindness is free. I may not be the most polite person in the world, but you best believe my loins run on kindness. That's why I kid you not. I literally watch people now, and I say to myself, well, you should have thought about that before you did this, and this. And I move with intention. You hear me? I am so proud of some of the decisions I have made, and I always say, just because it works for me does not mean it works for you. I will not remove myself from some of the boundaries that provide me with security and safety. That's why if you have a habit, especially a habit that drains finances, I have to part the seed, and I'm only parting the seed in love. Why? Because if you love that, and you love that, and you love whatever, and that, I'm gonna part the seed in love. Why? Because know what I love? I love the roof over my head. I like that stove and whatever I can put on it. And I damn sure like this electricity. So I can't carry any of that on my back. No, I can't sit outside and puff and let people smell that. I can't film up my clothes. I can't do none of that. Love is on that stove. Love is in this roof, and love is surely on that electricity. Woo, I kid you not. So I don't need the rest of the bells and whistles. This morning, I stood in that bathroom, and I already went into the laundry hamper to figure out what I was going to wash for this evening. Yesterday, I washed 2 pairs of my pants in that sink. I washed 3 shirts in that sink, and one house dress. And you know what the funny thing is? It was still a little damp. Now, majority of it was completely dry, but around the waistline and everything was still wet. But you would not believe how blessed I am that my freaking hands could wring it out. I couldn't, my hands would not do that. I also noticed that I'm not dropping stuff as much as I used to. But those things are changing because I am changing the way I'm treating my body. If I wanted to yesterday, I could have went right across the hall, but it was not. It's not a huge room, and it's a lot of people in there, and all of that. I can't do that, so I need to take care of myself the best way I can. So, and then I remember. You might have remembered that woman that was at my house when she looked around and she said, "Oh, it looks like a hoarder in here." And then, you gonna use all those vinegars? Yes, I am. Absolutely, yes, I am. Yep. And why was it so much of a hoarder, but you want my vinegar? Why was it so much a hoarder? You wanted this, you no. So now I'm so thankful because why? I ended up coming here with all my vinegar. And one of my friends, when I said, "Can you take those? Because I can't carry." You're taking everything in here, and I couldn't get everything because Lord, if you seen what I left there, even what I don't remember, but basically my whole pantry was left there. I could not understand why they sent that letter with all that, but it doesn't matter. Whoever cleaned up in there had to have been happy because the amount of what was in that pantry. But I didn't leave junk in that pantry. My pantry was organized, my pantry was clean, my pantry was tidy. So if they even try, that's why I said, honey, if they take me to court, I am going to court with bells on. Where are just show me the pantry while you show me everything else, because that was an abundance. That was somebody's come up. You hear me? But I couldn't take it. I couldn't do what I couldn't do. I was basically grinding to get out in 30 days. So I'm thankful. The good thing was I wasn't evicted. You understand? I left because a blessing came my way. And I kid you not, Now, some of y'all have to remember how many times I found somewhere to go and something happened. Y'all, somebody has to remember. And then turn around when this one came up, and I didn't even see it before I took it. I said I would take it because I had a feeling about this zip code. It was all up in here. I said, I think, and I said, I cannot only give myself a year. That's it. If a year doesn't work out, then I'll be looking for somewhere else. But I already started walking outside and I started looking around at properties. I drove a couple of days ago and I was very slow, and I'm looking at, properties and stuff like that. So I'm going to start snapping like a photo of what the sign may look like when I get on Google and look for some information. I did check one so far, and I can't live there. But if I was to say wake up one day and a blessing would be in my life, then I possibly could live there. But I don't want to play in a sandbox with anything. I want to move with intention. That's why I said in here, that washing machine closet, I really wanted to put my washer in there. And I a firm would definitely pay for my washer. And I would definitely take my time and just knock it off. But I realized one thing and one thing only. Appliances now are not made like they were many years ago. So I said I could use that space for something else that would provide provision for me long term rather than a washer when I do have access to one. So what I will be doing is just monitoring the traffic and all that other stuff and getting over there first thing in the morning when it's time for me to wash my bed sheets and my socks. My bed linen and my socks will be going in that machine. My shirts, my pants, and my undies will be in that sink, and that's what I would do because when it takes the little bit of time that I take to wash out, even if it's just two t-shirts, that's the time that I remind myself how much I love myself. That's the time that I just take my time and just say, Shay, you can do it. This is what I can do. So these are my ways of helping myself cope with my mental health illness because if I don't grab a hold of the broomstick and move it on my own, I will always be waiting for someone else to make me feel better. I have to make my own self feel better because at the end of the day, I know what I want better than anyone else, and I don't want all of those magical pills that make me. What I see some people do and the excuses they make to, yeah, well, well, have a good day. We're gonna leave it there. So that's that. So let me know in the comments things that you like for Christmas. Because the reason why I say that is because, for one, the lady who was doing her video, she asked that question and she said she wanted to know what people like for Christmas so it could help her figure out her Christmas. Now, she's not making a Christmas to give her followers. She's making a Christmas to give her loved ones. My followers are my loved ones. So my YouTube followers, my YouTube family, because I can't say everybody because I don't know everybody, but the ones that I actually have access to and I know they grind for me, they will be getting 9 times out of 10 access to this little bin. Now I do have 2 bins and I have lots of sleeves, so there goes that. But I'm not a rich woman, not a rich woman. And one of the things that I am thankful for is watching other people's channel because there is a lady, she's 69, and her husband passed away. So she's in the house by herself, and she was saying, she doesn't have like a proper living space. She is sheltered, but she doesn't have like secure walls and safe this where mice are not coming in and stuff like that. But one thing that I'm happy for is that she has people who send her little gifts and things like that, like my YouTubers do for me. There are people that legit do not believe that YouTube is real, but I believe my nose is bleeding. Bye bye.